Good morning, everyone. My name is Gunjan Garg, and I'm here representing One Place Infotech with our product at oneplace.com. Oh, looks like we made a mistake here. Somebody hacked into my site. But actually, we have a story about the movie Jab We Met, besides the fact that we like this movie a lot. Jab We Met the NRI. Meet Dharmesh. Dharmesh lives in San Jose, California, USA. He has been looking for a property to buy for his parents, property worth about ₹1 crore in Noida for his parents and family to move in. But every time he came back to India looking for a property for his regular 3-week visit, he tried to figure out the complexities, navigate through them and kind of buy the property, but he could not. He went back USA thinking that he would now buy the property from USA, and he kept searching. He met us. His problem was that the transaction logistics, the transaction complexity could not let him buy the property. And he needed somebody local to help him buy the property, and there was no framework doing that. He met us, and we solved the problem. Dharmesh's parents will be moving in a beautiful property, JP Greens in Noida, very soon. Meet the realtor, Rama Mehra. Rama works for Prudential Realty in California. She's licensed to sell Californian properties. You know about the business growth, the real estate growth in US right now. She's going through the pains of some prime mortgage and all that stuff. So she sees a huge opportunity to develop her business in Indian properties because she has a strong client base of Indians. Before the problem, she actually went out and she tied up with a couple builders in Delhi and Bombay and Bangalore, and she started to sell properties. And she showed a couple properties, but she came up to a wall, and the wall was to facilitate the transaction. She had no back office set up in India to help her through the transaction because this is a high ticket item, and it does not, the sale doesn't close in a week or a month, or it's about a 2-year engagement or a 3-year engagement if the developer sticks to his commitment. If he does not, then we all know how long it takes. So she came, she met us, and she got the solution. Today Rama sells, she's empowered to sell properties, Indian properties at One Place in US. Then we met the developer, Commodore Maheshwari, the Vice President of International Marketing and Sales for lead developer in India, Parasnath. He was given a corporate target to increase the global sales by about 40%, to take it to about 20% of the total sales of the company in global sales. He went ahead developing the markets. He made some channel strategic alliances and all that stuff. He kept visiting these countries, US, Canada, UK. But he had a problem. The problem was that he needed international presence, and he needed local service base to service his clients, which he couldn't solve. And then he met me on a plane back to India, and we solved this problem. Today Parasnath is very well poised and is working with us on atoneplace.com. So quickly to summarize the problem, there is the buyer who could not buy a property, although he has good intentions to buy a property. There was this realtor who wanted to sell properties but could not sell property. There was this developer who wanted to sell properties in US, could not sell properties. And here is our solution, because I've been flagged for 2 minutes. The solution, at oneplace.com. At One Place, simply put, is an online Indian real estate marketplace. Mark the word marketplace, where we have information and transactions happening on trusted properties. We have an international agent network. We empower them. We have a lot of analysis tools because we have structured data, so you can see side by side different properties, just like the way you go on cnet.com and see how your different 3 cameras look like. We have different offline and marketing solutions. In the end, we basically help our customer, final customer, find, decide, and buy the property. A look at the differentiators, 3, us versus them. Beautiful competition we got, but the core 3 differentiation, all these competition, I don't have a single player which is a direct competition to us. are information portals, but we are a transaction marketplace. Two, they all have local focus. They all focus on India. We focus internationally, and they don't have any diligence process. For them, if you pay $1,000, you get about a 60 by 60 pixel space. If you pay them a lakh of rupees, you probably get 10 times that space. For us, there's a diligence process because, as we said earlier, it's all about trust. Opportunity, an underserved market of 22 million NRIs, a market which is $25 billion by lowest estimates, is growing 30% year over year. We know certain markets have grown about 100% or even more, and we empower the realtors, so scalability is in place. A little bit about us. We self-funded. We have offices in Noida and US. 2 founders, Manisha and myself, 10 full-time employees and 10 consultants. We have a very solid panel of advisors, mentor partners. I don't need to introduce to this room. Mr. Gino Blefori, he's a CEO and president of a US realty firm, $6 billion in sales. He helps us with the international perspective. We have Mr. Sunil Krishnan and Mr. Sanjay Agarwal, 2 CEOs of Indian realty firms, who help us with the North Indian and Southern Indian realty, knowledge base. And we have Mr. Neeraj Jain, who's a very senior executive at Bharti Airtel, a sales veteran who helps us with the sales perspective. Traction, we have 18 plus developers working on our platform right now. We have 60 plus developers in a pipeline. We made a sales of about $0.86 million worth of sales last month. We have about $2 million worth of sales closing this month, and we have $16,000 in ad revenue last month. We have about 3 to 5 customers lead generating every day, and this number is growing, thankfully. And we have about 50 plus agents happening. We have the largest property show ever done by any Indian company in US, where we're expecting about 45 developers with a expo space of about 50,000 square feet in 2 locations happening, which probably will generate business for the size of about $50 million. We have, this is a little snapshot of our customer base, and I think my 2 minutes are up. Okay, in that case, quick one line that if you want to take from this room about Add One Place, we are full service, global, real estate marketplace. Thank you.